Joining us for the latest managerial interview after the first home game of the season is joint manager Jon Underwood. Jon, you'll be pleased to get 3 points under your belt there, but a little bit tight at the end, and Hemel had a few chances which could have had Slough had a few chances. One of those games, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was very tight. Absolutely delighted to get the win. You know, to start the season with 2 1-0 wins is outstanding for us. It was a difficult game, especially second half. I thought first half we played well. I thought we controlled the game. I thought we passed it well. Created a couple of openings. Obviously Ben hit the post. I don't think they had a lot first half. I thought we controlled the game well. Didn't create as much as we would have liked, and you know they played one up front and they got in behind the ball and made it difficult for us to find space. And so it wasn't like we were going to create lots of chances in that first half, but. And it took a bit of brilliance, to be honest, to get the breakthrough. And I thought the first goal was always going to be important tonight. If we could get in front, they had to would have to start coming out at us a little bit. Hodges' goal was magnificent. You know, he must have been 30 odd yards out, top corner. Sometimes you need a bit of brilliance. So we were really pleased first half, and second half, the longer it went on. Obviously, you're going to get a little bit edgy. Obviously, we picked up an injury. We had to make a change there. And they sensed that they could get something out of the game. And they probably had 2 really good chances for the centre-forward. One header and one shot. And yeah, he'll feel he should have scored one of those. And then it's a different game. If they go 1-1, it's a different game. They have the momentum. So, yeah, it wasn't perfect. Not saying that it was a... Say deserved it. I think we were the better first half, and they finished the game stronger. So on another night we might have drawn, but we didn't. And we're going to look at the results tonight, and there'll be some. And I know already there's some very good sides that have got beat tonight. And all that matters in your first game is getting the points on the board. And we're 3 points better off than we were after one game, and in fact than we were after I think about 5 games last year. So it's never perfect in the first week of the season. Nobody. Well, you very rarely hit the ground running, so it's about getting a win, and you want to get that win as soon as you can. So to get it in the first league game is great for us.
You and Bakes, obviously defenders, you must have been pleased with the defensive performance. The 2 Togwells at the back, and they were the ones really at the last season on that run that you had early in the season that were the pairing. Was it because of Bird's injury, or was it just felt
Birdie
for...
had a bit of a groin problem last week, and he obviously recovered, and Birdie was outstanding Saturday, and he actually went off with cramp Saturday. But we just felt we've got to try and manage the numbers at the minute. We're so light. We had 14 senior players tonight, and we've lost another one. Looks like Ben's done his hamstring, so that's not good news. We left Birdie out, and obviously Cooley was fine, but again he's one who's had long-term injury, and we wanted to protect him and put Sean in there. The other one was Max. Max had a bit of an ankle problem when he came off Saturday, so we have to use all of our 14 senior players as we've got at the moment. So yeah, that's why we went with it. But we had no hesitation going with the Togwells. As you said, they were a really good partnership for us at times last year, especially here where we looked to play out from the back, and they're 2 leaders at the back, and I thought they had good games. So we had no worry about doing that as good as Birdie was Saturday.
Is the problem now that you're running out of strikers to put on the pitch, and obviously with still no news from the National League, we don't know what money's coming. You can't exactly go out and get a replacement because the club hasn't got the money for it.
No, and I know Bakes had this conversation Saturday, and I'm going to say the same thing now, and it's nice to be able to do it after a win, so it doesn't sound like sour grapes, but the situation is ridiculous. I mean, we are. It seems when you have a small squad, and at times we've had to go with a small squad, we always seem to pick up injuries in one position. It's not like it's a right back, a left winger, and a forward. It's 3 forwards now. Our 3 forwards are all injured, and there's a chance Robbo could be back for the weekend, but he needs to see how he's in training Thursday. But Adders looks a nasty one on his knee, and if Ben's pulled a hamstring and it's gone as we think it might have done, that's a longer term one. And you're right, the situation is until they turn around and decide how they're going to divide that money up, which they've known about since at least Friday. They announced it Friday. All the clubs have told them what they need, and we're now Wednesday tomorrow and we still know nothing. It's ludicrous. We cannot, as Bake said Saturday, we cannot go and offer money to another player if we don't know we've got that money, and we won't do that. We won't bring a player in on a false promise. We have to try and look after the players that we have agreed and have signed with us, and make sure we can pay them. and at the moment, we don't know. So we've been told there's some money coming. We just haven't got a clue what it is. It might be nowhere near what we need. It might be what we need. We might be worrying about nothing, but they need to hurry up and tell us, because then we can start. We need to add to our squad. The numbers are, if Robbo's not fit Saturday with 13 senior players, and we're trying to battle in a really tough league, and we go to Dorking, which is a really tough place to go. So we need news quickly. Yeah.
I guess the one bright spot is the fact that you've got Sean Fraser, who can play almost anywhere. The only position you haven't actually played him is up front, so maybe a chance for Sean to put his name down.
Well, we're going to have to be a bit creative, maybe. Because also what you can't do is rush Robbo if he's not ready. We can't force someone to play and have a setback with him. So we've got obviously Saturday and Tuesday, and then Saturday, and then we get a couple of blank midweeks. We've just got to try and get ourselves through these first couple of weeks. And obviously, the fact that we've won 2 games is brilliant. We could be stood here now moaning about this situation without the FA Cup and with a defeat tonight. And so don't get me wrong, we are delighted with the start to the season. We've just got to try and sort this issue out.